Hey, what is up, guys? How's it going? What is up? My name's Jackal. We're here to do what we do, play that old gold. We got Final Fantasy II for the NES going. Just doing a little spelunking. I think we're supposed to go here to this little crossroads. Make sure, though, you found this. Make sure you subscribe. We need it. We need it! Ooh, slimes. Now, I know enough. I mean, I grew up playing Final Fantasy. Usually, when it comes to slimes, usually you can only do physical attacks against, or magic attacks against them. So we'll find out if that's true. Are they just missing? Yeah, but magic does a lot of damage. Yeah, okay, we're good. Oh yeah, I got a fire tome that I gotta teach somebody. But yeah, as the video says, we're gonna talk about what it means to be the modern man. Also, why I'm the manliest person you will ever know. Shit, I got 2 girlfriends, I got 2 kids. Shit. But no, it's just weird to think about, like, because I listen to a lot of political content, I was listening to a conversation about, like, where they were talking about why is it that, you know, a lot of those red pill guys are so successful. And they were talking about how, you know, it's about the message that they sell to people. And it's weird that me being, you know, I'm as, like, left-leaning, and, like, I'm more left-leaning than basically 90% of people out there, for the most part. But it's weird that, you know, I grew up in I think I grew up in the last generation that had parents that, as a whole, were old school. And I mean, for me, it's definitely the case because I was raised by my grandparents. So that layers an extra level of... Is this the way that I just came from? Is this the way that I just came from? Alright, let's use Bolt. I do not have enough magic if I keep fighting these guys. Oh, I didn't want you to hit yourself. God damn. But being raised by, you know, an old school generation... Oh no. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Alright, I think we're just gonna run from these guys. The way they moonwalk the fuck out of there. That is amazing. Oh god, no, not these rooms. Just have high encounter rates for no fucking reason. Oh god. Is this a boss fight? This better not be a boss fight. We'll just rely on physical strength. But no, you know, being raised by an older generation, like, you know, I still grew up with, you know, parents that, you know, especially being raised as a boy in America in the 90s, you still got a lot of that, you know, no crying, crying's for girls, you know, basically all the things that people call, you know, toxic masculinity. And I think a big reason why that's, like, a thing, sorry about the dinging. I think a big reason why that's such a big deal is, like, there is a value in teaching, like, especially being a parent and having a son, like, there is a value in teaching kids, like, not, like, to not cry and to not do things like that. But, like, the way that we grew up was, like, you know, oh, crying, don't cry. Crying's gay. Don't do that shit. Like, that was the messaging put behind it. And it's, being, having a son, I feel like there just has to be a way, which obviously I know the way because I do it. There's got to be a way to still reinforce that, like, hey, stop crying, without turning, like, the crying into, like, oh, that's something that only these people do. Not you. You don't do that. Because, like, I try to keep my kids crying. I try to keep my kids crying to him being upset or even the few times that he's been really happy and he's teared up from it. When it's like a genuine display of emotion, I really don't try to like take that away from him. It's when it's like that little kid like whine cry. That's what you want to discourage. A kid falls and hurts themselves though. You don't freak out as a parent. You ask, are you okay? And then you gauge their reaction and then you see where to move from there. But, like right away, you don't tell a kid, like, stop crying. You just fell and hurt yourself. It's like, well, like, motherfucker, shit hurts. Talk to this guy. That mithril's mine. Wait, there's mithril behind you. Okay. Alright, well, what we're going to do is have you all attack. And you are going to use Blink on the crew. Yeah, easy to dodge. There we go, baby. We're starting off by missing. That's not very favorable. Jesus Christ, is this just high defense or some shit? What the fuck? I don't have enough magic. Safe, mute, anti. None of these. Fear, make it easier to hit him. I don't think they can. I just think they can't even like affect him. All right, who knows what that did? But if not, I'm gonna have Furion use magic since that's really all you can do. Jesus. There we go. Ooh. Or maybe that was just a critical, so it bypassed it. All right. We got magic, though, we can use. But, you do want to teach, like, the resiliency part, like, of masculinity. You do want to teach toughness and all of these things. But I want to raise my son in a way where, like, those things aren't, like... They're things to be overcome. Like, I don't want him to be... crying every time something happens. I want him to be able to take things that would make him upset and be like, okay, do this instead. But you have to be able to do it to me without adding this. That's like this kind of behavior. Alright, good. Because that guy hit like a fucking truck. Sweet. And we got that mithril. Dope. You're gonna make me walk out of here, aren't you? Oh, I hate you. Please let this be a way out. Please. Hey. And then the same thing though with like, having a daughter as well. Like, this is gonna sound pretty woke of me, but like, the things that I really want to teach my kids to have are really like honestly non-gendered as fuck. Like, I don't care about a lot of that shit. Like, I feel like, and this is just me in the way that I was raised, because I mean, if I do, like, you know, cam reactions to fucking One Piece, you can see the way I look. Fucking big beard, long hair. I look like fucking Ted Bundy. I look like a fucking lumberjack. Like, I am certain, except for the fact that I'm short. Like, I pretty much match a lot of people's definition visually of what a masculine man looks like. But I don't feel like the way that I was raised about, like, gendered behavior, I don't think that helped that. I think all that did was give me a difficulty expressing a lot of things that I should have been able to express, like, normally. Like, that's what I think. It's a long-ass bridge. I don't trust that shit at all. Alright. But, like, I act the way I do, and I mean, I act pretty masculine. Like, there's not a time where I'm not, you know, when you know, we're trying to do things at the house, you know, when certain emergencies come up, I'm the one trying to problem solve and stay calm. But, like, I want to teach my daughter those things. Because I've met plenty of women in my life who were raised like that. And, you know, a lot of people are going to say, like, oh, so you want to raise your daughter to have, like, masculine behaviors. Well, yeah. But I also want her to have, like, all the same feminine behaviors that she would normally have. Same with my son. Like, I want him to be more empathetic, more aware of the way that people are feeling, able to center his emotions more and be able to communicate and talk more. But also, like, have areas and spaces for him to, like, let out physical aggression. Because, I mean, like, boys do that sort of shit. And I think there's gotta be a way for them to actually do that. You know, I've taught enough kids to know that, like, there are a small bit of boys and girls that are, in fact, just different from the outset. And that's fine. I think you want to nurture the things that your kids naturally have and then build up the things that they may not. You know, because I want both of my kids to be confident. I want them to both be stoic. I want them to both be empathetic and sympathetic. I want them to be very open with the way that they feel in expressing their emotions. You know, I've seen what happens with a lot of men who don't know how to properly fucking express themselves. And they're fucking messes. That's not what I wanted to do there. Cool. Cool. And you know, when you think about, like, all these red pill guys, like, they sell this image of masculinity that almost gets tied into, like, the political message that they make. And it's... Oh yeah, I was going in the store. And I don't think it's something that necessarily needs to, like... It doesn't need to be, because it's not like a lot of these, like, red pill guys are they're not political first. They're, like, self-help image first, and then it gets roped into a lot of political shit further down the road. And, you know, a big thing that helps them, you know, image-wise, is, again, they sell, like, a lifestyle in image. You know, Andrew Tate is out here getting fucking Bugattis and shit, and, like, people want that. And, you know, when it comes to, like, people on the left, like, they're not really selling an image because they don't use, for better and worse, they don't tend to use their political message as, like, a lifestyle choice. Like, Especially right now, because like there seems to be like what's considered like a crisis of masculinity. The right is basically getting to serve themselves as like, yeah, we're selling the image of like a real man. You know, we're going back to what real men should be. And it's like, bro, are you though? Like, what parts are you going for? Because like a lot of older men, you know, when they get to a certain age, they fucking off themselves at pretty high fucking rates. Why? 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 Why are you here? I don't even know what you do, and I don't care. I just don't want another fucking monster that hits like a fucking dump truck. Alright, hit everybody with the easier to dodge. Please dodge. Ooh, one ice spell sends him down. Fuck it, I love it. But like the right is trying to sell, you know, their politics as almost a lifestyle right now. And the left's not really doing that. And I don't even think the left should do that. But it's something that definitely hinders their popularity. You know, meanwhile, you know, I'm as left as they come. And in a very, like, low-class America sort of way, I do live the fucking life. I get a channel here where I get to do, like, whatever I want. I get to play games. I get to bullshit and talk about whatever I want. Let's heal you up. No, don't heal them up. The fuck? But I get to play the games that I want. I get to talk about what I want. I have 2 girlfriends. I have 2 kids. Like, now, to be fair, if a lot of people, you know, a lot of these, you know, high value men, they would probably look at my girlfriends, honestly, and be like, ah, those women are kind of uggos. And, like, honestly, that's not even, like, wrong. And, like, I love my girlfriends, don't get me wrong. But, like, I'm also 5'7", a short, chubby fucking Mexican that works at UPS. Like, I'm not raking in big dollars. I'm not making the big bucks. But, like, for who I am and where I am in life and what kind of circles I inhabit, I do all right for myself. I do a pretty good job. Of getting the things that honestly most men seem to want. Because it surprises people that I'm able to do what I do. Like, it's not like my lifestyle is fucking easy. It's literally double the problems and double the fucking everything that a normal couple has. Alright, well, you know what? We got this exit spell, so, the game did me a solid and gave me that for a reason. Fire is just going to go to... It's just going to go to Maria. I don't think, unless I'm wrong, I don't think this game has really separated, unless I'm wrong. Let me look. Who knows? You know what? Maybe Soul is, maybe Soul is fucking... Whatchamahoo's it? Maybe that's, I know what word I want to use, but I can't think of what word I want to use, if you know what I'm saying. If that, like, deals with, like, white magic shit. Oh, well. It doesn't matter. A loss of HP. Yo, Maria. Yo, I'm sorry, girl. Whoa, that's unnecessary, game. That is fucking wild, bro. Yeah, before all that went down, I kind of lost my train of thought. I mean, I obviously know what I'm talking about, but I just lost exactly where I was. It happens. But I mean, you know, oh yeah, I remember I was talking about how I'm not a very high value man, you know. Yeah. Short, doesn't make a lot of money, chubby, small peen, like, you know, the whole ordeal. But like, I do all right for myself. And, you know, I fucking... sure, why not? Not that I need it at all, but, you know, whatever. I need to figure out what's the spell for heal and shit. I forget what's over there. Yeah, weak enemies, though. Not even a problem. But, you know, when I'm talking to a lot of people and I'm trying to, like, talk about how, you know, you don't have to, you know, sit here, like, because a lot of these guys talk about, like, oh, you know, in the modern dating scene, you know, you can't even pick up a woman, you know, unless you're the toppest of the top guys, they're not even going to look at you. And it's just like, man, that's not even close to being true. Just legit go out and meet people. Like, go literally anywhere. Anywhere where you're supposed to be talking to people. Don't, like, go to the grocery store and just start, like, talking to people randomly. Don't do that. It's not necessarily the best move. Alright, we got the men back. Cool. 153. I feel like you're fucking scamming me, bro. I feel like the more money you have, the more they charge you. Seems to be a sliding scale on the fucking money. Alright, he has the broad, just axe, long. Let's see what we need here. Alright, cool. Let's equip this shit. Indeed. How my do say. Fuck yeah. But no, when I tell a lot of these people that, you know, you can get a girl just by learning how to talk, learning how to be charming, learning how to be funny, all the typical, you know, fucking game shit that doesn't require you, like, negging or doing any fucking weird ass shit. You can get a lot of these things just by fucking being normal and just being chill. And, you know, I'll talk about some of this shit with people, and a lot of times they'll give me the attitude like, oh, well, you play old video games. What the fuck room do you have to talk about success? And it's like, it really depends on your measurement of success. Like, again, because, I guess people on the left aren't sitting here fucking glorifying, money and shit. There's not really a lifestyle that I'm selling. And I'm not selling a lifestyle to anyone. Hell yeah. Yeah, because she's got a bow, she cannot. Alright, let me sell. That's not worth a lot, but you sell for whatever you can get for. Alright, let's give her, see what she can have. Ooh, we already got one of those. Alright, can she wear that? Excellent. No. Yes. Alright, go to guy. Cool, so he needs not the head, but the other three. Alright. Ooh. Just enough. My haul was just enough. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about. But yeah, that sounds like a really fucking lib cuck answer. Is like, oh, well, it depends on what your metric for success is. But it's like, it really is true, because, nobody online that's selling a lifestyle is going to be like, oh man, why would I want to be this guy, compared to, somebody like, Andrew Tate, where this guy's just playing fucking video games. It's like, yeah, but I also am able to hold down a job, hold down a home, hold down 2 girlfriends, hold down my kids, and I get to have a fucking channel where I get to have a hobby and do whatever the fuck I want, which for me and my interest is fucking playing old video games. And you just wait and see if I get a fucking bass guitar ever, because if I can start doing anything music related on this channel, oh boy, I'm doing that too. But it's like, to me, other than just as time goes on and making more money, what could I really want in my life more than that? I feel like I pretty much hit all the check boxes on what it is that most people want in life. And it's not just that I have 2 girlfriends. We're also not just open in our relationships, but we're poly as well. Me or either of my 2 girls, we can have partners, full on long-term partners on the side. But everything is with consent. Everything is open communication. All of it. It's not like the girls are doing it, behind my back. They literally have no reason to. And if they did, then fuck them. Then they can fucking get their asses the fuck out of my house. Like, simple as that. I'm not gonna, just because, I let my girls sleep around doesn't mean that they do it without me knowing. And if they do, they know they're fucked. Like, that's literally the whole point. Just like say, hey, yo, this is what's going on. I'll be back tomorrow. Or I'll be back later on tonight. And it's like, alright, cool. See ya. Peace. Because, like, I don't gotta worry. I know exactly where those girls are going to be sleeping by the end of the night. So, like, for other men out there, it's like the things that you want them to do in order to, like, not even have what I have, but just, like, the advice that you give, like, as somebody who's being, like, left-leaning, it's never going to be like this high, glamorous life, because it's not like there aren't rich and famous people who are very much left-leaning. That's very much the case, that a lot of successful people are left-leaning. It's just that they don't sell it as the lifestyle of what should be, like, on everyone's mind. Okay, I was going to say, come on. Just let me go. Alright. But yeah, no, it's a fucking weird situation to be in, because you see all these kids, like, running around, wanting to be like all of these, what are pretty much seen as right-wing figures. And mainly because they're not selling they're not really selling their lifestyle, really. Or, well, they are. People on the left are not. Alright, I don't need more. I should have. That's 100 extra gold. That was stupid on my part. Those antidotes seem to sell for a lot of money. That was bad form and bad technique on my part. So nasty. Sick nasty. And especially because, one of the things that I heard it worded as is, does the left demonize individuality? And it's like, I don't think so. But I think that's because everything's not an image that you're trying to sell. For people on the left, everything is like a political movement. So you're focused on policy because it's politics. And, when it comes to a political movement, yeah, that means you're not going to focus on, like, people self-improving, because that's not really the goal of a political space. But right now, the right is getting to treat there's, like, one hijacking, like, this thing dealing, again, with masculinity. And I think a lot of men would be really served off really well by just learning you guys are the worst. But I think a lot of men would, like, would have a lot better results just learning how to be more communicative, more open with their emotions in meaningful ways. A man being more open with his emotions isn't him crying when the going gets tough. That's not being emotional. Being emotional is, when I watch fucking Uncle Iroh singing Leaves on the Vine and I start fucking crying because, god damn it, wouldn't you? If you ever find this video and you ever made it this far, there's only one way you would have made it this far. You're a fucking nerd. I know you know that scene. And like, yeah, I'm a cry at it. What of it? I will in other shows too. I am known to cry very easily when it comes to like sad, sappy things. You know, shut up. I'm very well known for doing that. But, you know, both of my girlfriends don't look down on me for that. I will cry in front of them. They don't look down on me for it. And that's because that, you know, just because I cry, it's sappy shit that, you know, I'm watching or whatever it is, sometimes even shit that I'm playing or reading. You know, just because that shit'll make me cry doesn't mean that I start crying when like money's low and we're having to like scrounge and everyone's stressed and everyone's having to fucking be on edge. You know, I'm not crying then. Both of my girls, both of them, you know, when it comes to like, oh, you know, a man has to be a provider. Both of my girls both make more money than I do. That doesn't stop them from looking up to me. That doesn't stop me from being the head of the household. Now, I think I'm the head of the household because I think my mind works in a very, very, like, specific way in the way that I handle, like, conflicts with a lot of people, that I am very well suited to do that. There's a lot of things, though, that, you know, I will gladly let either of the girl take the lead on when it's like time. Like, I don't have to nor want to lead at all times. Like, that's not how my relationship goes, and I'm glad it doesn't. And, you know, when it comes to raising kids, you know, I want to raise both my son and my daughter to be that kind of person. I want my daughter to be the one in her relationship where, like, she's the one that, you know, leads shit because she knows what the fuck is going on and she knows how to navigate the world better and how to be more reserved and calm. I want her to be like that. But I also want her to be all the things that I said earlier. At this point, I'm just fucking circling the wagon. I'm just trying to get another fucking antidote for the one that I lost. But no, that's it. It's just, you know, we don't demonize fucking individualism or like hard work or, you know, drive or individualism on the left. Especially because I come from a time on the left at like around the time that Obama came into office for the first time, when it was very much the opposite. Like, the left was known for being way too individualistic and not like group oriented enough, because, you know, the group that we of Americans that we were primarily as a voting base were going against were the conservative Christian Republicans of the time. So, you know, I don't think that the problem is that people on the left aren't individualistic enough. I think that sometimes, yeah, they are a little like that on social media, but I mean in like your actual spaces. Most people on the left are not going to demonize hard work. No one does that. That never happens. That's some fucking bullshit. It's just that, you know, when you're in a political movement that takes politics comparatively much more seriously, yeah, a lot of the things are going to be about, like, what institutions need to change and how they need to change and how they're harming shit and this, that, and the other. Like, that's going to be the focus of a political movement because it should be. It's politics. You want to be worried about policy when you're doing politics. You're not worried about self-help or self-improvement. But at the same time, it's like almost like as an image, you know, fuck, maybe we should. Maybe we should have more people on the left be like, Yeah, look at me. Fuck yeah. And I cry. Yeah. Like, it sounds dumb because, you know, I'm tired and not thinking very well. But, like, there's not really ways to celebrate, like, being more open about shit in ways that, like, almost don't seem laughable until you do it. Like, bro, I have so much more luck with women just learning how to have a conversation with them. And a real conversation with them. Not one that, like, we all know when people are talking to us with a real obvious ulterior motive. Like, one that's, like, they're wearing on their nose. We all know it. You know, a lot of guys talk about, you know, oh, I know when a girl's, like, a rich guy is like, I know when a girl's with me just for her money. It's like, you probably do. But a girl also knows when you're fucking trying to get her, like, into her pants. Because, like, you know, when you talk to girls and, you know, this comes up, like, chicks start getting hit on at, like, really weird ages. Where they start getting, like, comments about, like, oh, wow, you're going to be, you know, oh, I can't wait till you're older, and shit like that. Like, just really creepy remarks, like, that you hear about that girls get, like, every once in a while. And it happens at young ages. And obviously just only gets worse. So, like, if you learn how to talk to women without that, bro, magic happens. And I mean, I don't know. I've been able to, at very least, double the number of average sexual partners, you know, for the average human male, at least in America. So, I don't know. Maybe take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Maybe I don't know what it's like to be a man. Maybe I cry too much. I don't fucking know. But it's just a weird spot to navigate. And, you know, I'll talk to you later, though. That is it for today. We made it out the cave, though. We got the mithril. Now I got to figure out what to do with the mithril. I'm going to guess we have to take it back to the castle. But I freed all the men that were in this village, so I guess now would be the perfect time to come talk to them. So, till then, y'all. Peace.